Alright, hello my wonderful students. This is foldable number 4 of section 6.5, solving an equation with two radicals. You heard it, two. One, two radicals. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Alright, so this one is going to be two radicals here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Oh, fixed it. I changed it to classical music to make it a little bit more lively for everybody. Make sure we keep everybody awake. Alright, so for this one here, we can't isolate both radicals, of course. So right now we're just going to isolate one of them. In order to do that, we're going to go ahead and add this one over to the other side. So let's go and do that first. We're going to add square root x to the other side. Oh my god, that got loud too. Who knew classical music could be so exciting? Alright, I did, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite that here. So if we do this, this moves it over to this side. So we have the square root of 2x, plus 1. That's supposed to go over. This goes to 0 equal to square root of x plus 1. So now we're going to go ahead and square both sides. So for this one, we get, this simplifies out because these will reduce here, leaving us just 2x plus 1. This one we're going to go ahead and let's do it in green. We have our square root x and 1, plus 1, and our square root x and our plus 1. Well, square root x times square root x just gives us x, or square root of x squared, which is just x. Square root 1 times, or square root x times 1 is just square root x. Square root x times 1 is just square root x. And of course 1 times 1 is just positive 1. So we're going to go ahead and add those together. So this is going to be equal to, equal to, I don't know which one to write for. Let's just leave it x. So x plus our 2 square root x plus our 1. Now we're going to go ahead and subtract our 2x here and subtract our 1. Move it over here, so we subtract our 2x here and then subtract our 1. So this is going to be 0 is equal to negative x plus 2 times square root of x. Yep, I believe that is correct. Yeah. I guess we didn't have to do that though. I just realized we have to subtract the x back over to isolate the variable. So we're going to have to do that. So we're going to add the x back over to the other side. That way we can isolate, because we have to isolate the other radical in order to get rid of it, right? So this ends up giving me an x is equal to negative x plus x equals to 0, leaving us just with a 2 radical x. And once again, we're going to go ahead and, well, let's divide the 2, or let's multiply the 2 to both sides first, because we do, or divide the 2, because we do got to get rid of that. So we end up with x over 2 is equal to, this simplify out to radical x. Now we can go ahead and square both sides. Remember, this square is to both, so it's going to square both the top and the bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and black again. Go. So this is going to be x squared over 4 equal to our, these will simplify out, equal to just x. Now we're going to go ahead, let's just move this over here. We're just going to rewrite it. So we have x squared over 4 is equal to x. We're going to go ahead and, before we move this x over, we're actually going to multiply everything by 4. You'll see why in a second. By 4 in order to get rid of the fraction. So we'll end up with x squared equal to 4x. Now we're going to go ahead and subtract 4x to both sides. So now instead of having a fraction, we're going to have x squared minus 4x is equal to 0, which is what we wanted, because now we have something we can actually solve for. This is going to equal to x times x minus 4 equal to 0. And from here we can see that our two possible answers are going to be x equals 0, because it's equal, and then we'll set x minus 4 equal to 0, which would give us our x equals positive 4. And these are the two solutions we got to try to check now for extraneous. So we're going to write here. So we're going to check for extraneous solutions. I always have to do that. Solutions, extraneous. That's how I always remember it. Alright, so the first one we got to do is our 0. Plug it into this equation here, which is our original. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we have a square root of 2 times 0 plus 1 minus the square root of 0 equals 1. So 2 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 would give us our square root of 1. And the square root of 0 is just 0. So minus 0 equals 1. Square root of 1 is indeed 1. Minus 0 equals still 1. 1 equals 1. That is great. So for sure 0 is one of our solutions. Let's go ahead and check our second one now. We have the square root of 2 times our 4 plus our 1 minus our square root of 4 equal to 1. Alright, so we have 2 times 4 is 9. Oh, sorry, 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So let's be 8 plus 1. So this would be square root of 9 minus the square root of 4 is 2 minus 2. So square root of 9 is 3 minus 2. And this does indeed equal 1. Ah, cool. So both of these are our solutions.